So, step one is locate the problem. Step two is discover what it is that you like. And step three is to communicate with your partner. Now, as I said, I don't want you to go to your partner and be like, our sex life sucks. I completely hate everything we're doing, because this could have a very negative effect on their sexual wellness. They could become very anxious. They could become very hurt, as you could imagine. They could have these ideas that they're a terrible lover. They're not able to please their partner, and so they end up avoiding having sex altogether, not to disappoint you. The truth of the matter is, you could be going to them and saying that you feel like your sex life isn't that good because you're not having sex more often. But when you approach the subject as you do, they're thinking, oh, you hate what they're doing. They could be the most wonderful partner in the bedroom. You just want to do it more. But if you approach them in a certain way, the subconscious really kicks in, and they begin to think, oh, they hate it. I do everything wrong. And so the solution is, I'm just not going to do it at all. Or they may try to do it and end up with some sexual functioning issues. For gentlemen, this could be anything from, early ejaculation, delayed ejaculation, erectile issues. The list goes on. So I want you to talk to them in a very positive way that speaks to both the good and the bad, because the topic is very positive. You are talking to them because you want to have more connection with them. You want to have more sex with them and have better sex with them. And I know that a lot of people are nervous to bring up this topic with their partners. So many people, they tell me all the time, I could never tell my partner that I don't like the sex we're having. I just could never do that. They would be so hurt. And they would be if you approach it the wrong way. But oftentimes I have found that the partner often feels the same way, that they often feel like, they want to do something new. They want to try things differently. And they're also afraid to approach and bring up the subject because it's awkward. Talking about sex is awkward for so many people. Hopefully not for you because you're listening to this podcast, but so many people, they find it awkward to talk to people about sex, including their partners. So step one in communicating with your partner is bringing up the subject. You need to do that. And the subject isn't just about your sex life sucks, or you like this part about your sex life, you dislike this part of your sex life. You also need to ask them questions, because just as you had to discover what it is you like, what turns you on, your partner may not have thought about this for a long period of time either. They could have just been going on with life and never thought that they had to reapproach the subject. So you should ask them questions. Ask them what turns them on. What turns them off? What do they like? And they may not know. And you know what? If they don't know and you don't know, that's not a problem. In fact, that's a wonderful solution to improve your sex life. Because what that means is that not only can you two spend time doing things like, masturbating. We've talked on this show about how masturbation is an important technique, an important ritual to do in order to discover the things that you like and dislike sexually. But this is also something that you can do together as a couple by experiencing touch and sensation, and it can become a very playful thing. It doesn't have to involve intercourse whatsoever. It doesn't have to involve orgasm whatsoever. It could just be sexual touch and masturbation together and self-discovery. And this can be a very, not only pleasurable experience, but it can also be a very erotic experience. And it could be a very relaxing experience all at the same time, not to mention fun. So that's a great way to talk to them about that, and a great activity for you to do as a couple. Also, ask them about their fantasies. They could have different fantasies than you do. They could have the same fantasies as you do. But at least now you know what your fantasies are. You know what their fantasies are. You know what you like sexually. You know what they like sexually. You know what turns you on. You know what turns them on. Now you're ready for step 4.